Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today, our group will be presenting about Total Physical Response (TPR). The first presenter is Ivy, the second presenter is Afifi, the third presenter is Afif, and the last presenter is me, Shazana. Let's get started with the presentation.
Total physical response is a teaching language or vocabulary concepts approached by using physical movement in reaction to verbal input. In TPR, instructor gives commands to learners in the target language and learners respond with whole body actions. Basic steps of TPR are listen, watch, and imitate repeatedly. Learners will learn keywords, understanding sentences, listening to instructions, and finally imitating actions. TPR is often used alongside other teaching methods and techniques. Characteristics of total physical response. TPR is based on the coordination of speech and action. The purpose of TPR is to create a brain link between language, speech, and physical movement to boost language and vocabulary learning. It is a learner-centered approach which learners are involved actively in the learning process. They become both listeners and performers where they have to monitor and evaluate their own progress in learning. In TPR, grammar is taught inductively. Reading and writing is taught after grammar and vocabulary. Because it is fun, learners can enjoy the learning, thus provides relaxing and stress-free classroom atmosphere.
There are several principles of TPR that we need to take into consideration while applying it in language teaching. The first one, action verbs are the fundamental of TPR, and the target language is only used in the classroom and meaning is derived from actual objects and situation. It means the teacher will demonstrate the meaning of the words and sentences by pointing to the objects and by following the commands for all to see. Learners are encouraged to make rules on their own and speak when they are ready. It is claimed that with this method, a student can easily learn around 25 new lexical items in 1 hour, along with variety of structure. Simultaneously, the amount of vocabulary could also be increased. The speech understanding precedes speech production, reading and writing, which is the spoken language is emphasized over written language. Learners are tolerant of errors as they are expected. Regular repetition is firmly recommended, as the stronger the memory association are, and the more likely it will be recalled.
When doing TPR activities, learners are not only focusing on the creativity skills, but at the same time, they are also able to develop and apply the critical and analyzing skills too. For some students, they might have difficulties in teaching and learning process when the activities are only involving learners to read and listen to the teachers. By combining a physical and mental activities, learners tend to remember better because they are doing the activities by their own. Let's have a look at the examples for the activities. These activities are called action verb. First, the teacher explains the instructions about how the game works and what the students need to do. Second, students are instructed to move around the class. And third, the teacher will read a short paragraph and students have to act out when actions, verbs are mentioned by the teachers.
These are the advantages of total physical response. The first one, it is fun, easy, and memorable. It is a lot of fun, students able to enjoy and can be a real stirrer in the class. It can help lift the pace and mood. It is easy to understand the flow of learning or games. It can be very memorable because it can really help students to remember phrases or words. The second one is, it is good for kinesthetic learners who need to be active in class. Kinesthetic learners prefer to be involved in activities. They need to apply the information and make it their own by constructing something or practicing a technique or skills. The third one, it can be used in large or small classes. It doesn't really matter how many students you have, as long as you, the teacher, are prepared to take the lead and student will follow. The fourth one is, it works well with mixed ability classes. The physical action get across the meaning effectively so that all students are able to understand and use the target language. The fifth one, it does not require a lot of preparation or materials. As long as you are clear on what you want to do or practice, a rehearsal beforehand can be helpful. It won't take a lot of time to get ready. Next, it is very effective with teenagers and young learners because they have fresh memory and processor and able to grasp the meaning or context of the activity easily. The last one, it involves both left and right brain hemisphere. A successive process, which is the left brain, is to learn in a step-by-step sequential format, beginning with details and leading to a conceptual understanding of a skill, while a simultaneous processor, which is the right brain, is to learn beginning with general concept and going on to the specific. TPR is a mix of both. Lastly is the disadvantages of TPR. The first one, learners are not used to such things might find it embarrassing. Usually, the passive learner student afraid that other student will make fun of them. The second one, it is only suitable for beginner levels. It is clear that it is far more useful at lower level because the target language lends itself to such activities. You need to adapt the language accordingly. The third one is you can teach everything with it, and if used a lot, it would be boring. It cannot be applied to all subjects, usually suitable for learning languages only. Frequent use of activity can make students feeling bored and not interested of learning. Thank you for listening and your attention.